Right. Good day all. So moving on to Surah 53, right? Surah 53. The star, right? The star. You are the star. Shine, right? You are the star of the show. Shine, right? Right. So the chapter notes that do not speak when who is called the prophet or the messenger speaks, right? That person doesn't speak from his own inclination, right? But that person speaks as a channeled individual, channel any message of Allah and so on, channel any message of God, right? So it isn't really. That's why sometimes I go back and listen to, in fact all the time I go back and listen to what I say, because I know I'm not the one who's talking most of the times, right? When I make these videos and share it, it usually isn't me speaking, but I'm channeling a message that is coming from God and delivering it to whoever is looking at these videos, right? So it is not but a revelation revealed, right? One taught to him and self-taught, right? By those who possess both strength and courage and those of soundness, right? So the heart does not lie about what it sees, what it saw, right? So talking about the God and the names of God and the representations of God, representations or the attributes of God, right? So Surah 53 verse 23 says, they are not but mere names, you have named them, right? They are not but mere names, you have named them, right? Ram, Krishna, Jesus, Sita, Lakshmi, Durga, right? All these things, along with the 99 names of Allah and so on, right? They are not but mere names that you have named them, right? So it's not gods, as I said, to be worshipped, but if you are God here thinking that you should be being worshipped, that something is really wrong with you, right? If you are thinking that you are exalted and you are a God on earth that is worthy of being worshipped, right, then something is wrong with your mentals, right? Good. So it is that you humble yourself and note, right, which is something that I've been all my life. I never walk exultantly upon this earth and all that, right? I've always been, hey, I'm cool with everybody, right? I don't see myself as above or below any individual, right? I do not see myself as inferior nor superior to any being. Therefore, that is why that saying, like I see that saying on Facebook, you treat a janitor with the same respect as you would want to treat a CEO, right? Good. So all those things, right? You and I are neither above nor beneath anybody, right? So do not accept that treatment from anybody, right? Anybody at all, be it me, be it you, right? Do not accept that treatment that makes you feel one superior to, two inferior to anybody, right? Sure. Right. So the what is referred to as the attributes or the representations of Allah God, they are but mere names of God, right? You could say when you live in this earth, Hare Krishna, Shri Ram, La ilaha illallah, right? Whatever you choose to say when you are leaving or your soul is exiting this body, is up to you. Once you utter the name of God as you are exiting the body, and to utter the name of God when you are exiting this body, right? You need to live a life which represents that, when you are, which represents what you will remember at the time of death, right? Good. Do not claim yourselves to be pure, right? You claiming yourself to be pure, right? Claiming yourself to be pure, claiming purity upon yourself is a form of exultantness, boastfulness, right? Claiming yourself to be pure, because none of us are pure. Finite beings living in a world, right, surrounded by all sorts of things, right? All sorts of things that are very much unclean internally, right? Internal uncleanliness being manifested outwardly by virtue of the kind of things people say to you. Hey, right? The kind of things that the people choose to say to you for no reason at all, just by virtue of you being you, right? Just by virtue of you being you, who you are, right? Just by virtue of you being who you are, right? The kind of dirtiness that people impose upon you, people say to you, people heap upon you, right? By simply being the person who you are, right? And God is saying to not to claim purity, right? Let that be, right? Let that be, right? Let that be. Let them things be, right? So claiming purity is a form of what? Exaltedness. Know that, hey, I have a little bit of things in me that, and I know I have a little bit of things in me that need clean up. Do you know you have a little bit of things in you that needs cleaning up, right? So do not claim purity. If Allah wants, Allah will purify you to the highest standard, right? If Allah wills, Allah will purify you to the highest standard, right? So do not claim purity upon yourself just like that, right? No bearer of burdens will bear the burden of another, right? Your effort is going to be seen, right? And you will be recompensed with the fullest recompense, right? To God is the finality, right? Right, talking about sporting, right? Sporting meaning, hey, God, what the message really is that God is saying to not to be competitive, and right? Competitive sporting is that thing in the world and so on. There's a difference between you sporting competitively, like play competition, like all right, the things in the world, cricket, football, tennis, whatever, and you playing sports and you competing, and it's like your friend competing, you know, it's a sport. But when it comes to competing, as in you want to be better than another person, the only person you should be trying to be better than is yourself, your previous self, right? Meaning that you should not have an inherent selfish desire to want to be better than another person, right? That's a competition that is being referred to, right? Do not act or do not desire that, do not have that drive or that selfish drive. I want to beat you in something, right? I want to beat you in this, I want to beat you in that. Right now, normal competitive sporting is fine and is good, right? Like, as in your normal, you participate in your normal sports and you strive to become better. You are beating your past self. That is what God really wants us. Allah wants us to do. Beat our past self, right? Beat your past self, right? Do not try to beat another person, because when you try to beat your past self, right, that is when you grow and you become better and you beat the other person inevitably, right? So good. So sporting also, there's sporting for food, hunting, so on, right? All part of what? Fighting the non-righteous war, right? We are fighting the non-righteous war, which is what? There's food available on the planet. There's no need to hunt, to sport, right? To kill animals like that as a sport, right? You go hunting season, all these things, right? There is, whilst you're out hunting, it have all sorts of fruits, vegetables, all kind of thing. But you are hunting as a sport, just for fun, killing animals for fun. You have to be a mentally deranged person. You are hunting and killing animals for fun, not even for food, but for fun, but for sports. You have to be